Lore of League of Legends, The Weakest Heart, Chapter 2. The late afternoon crowds near the Northwind Commercia still swarmed in anticipation of the Progress Day revels. The people's faces were flushed with the effort of making ready for the city's annual observance of innovation. However, it was not they, but a foreign trader tottering from drink that revealed my second shadow. "By an Ursine's frozen teat," the trader said, frustrated with the press of the crowd. He pushed away those who had stopped to assist him. "I need no help." Piltover's worker bees thrummed around us, all except for one blonde drone at the end of the square. I kept her in view as I leaned down to the trader in front of me. "Then get up," I told him. The Freljordian looked up at me. His annoyance had him reaching for the carved tusked dagger at his waist. I met his glare and watched it slip down past the hex crystal in my chest to my bladed legs. The man released his grip on the knife. "There's a good boy," I said. "Now get out of my way." He nodded dumbly. The trader backed away, and the mercantile hive mind of Piltover broke and reformed around him as he stumbled his way across the street. Only my shadow escort remained still, watching me from a distant market stall. I continued through the crowds, the people parting easily before me. When the opportunity presented itself, I ducked into a blind alley and fired my barbed grapple lines into a high wooden crossbrace above the corridor. I drew myself up into the darkness above and waited. A moment later, my escort entered the alleyway. Her clothes were layered and nondescript enough not to draw attention in the promenade levels of Zorn, but the ornamented whip at her side said Piltover, or at least a very generous sponsor. I let her walk a pace forward into the shaft of light that would blind her. Once she was in position, I dropped in behind, the tips of my blades slipping neatly into the cobblestone gristle. "Did you lose something, girl?" I said, letting a low growl roll over my whisper. Her hand crept toward the black leather handle of her whip. She was tempted, but good sense seemed to win out. "It seems I found it." The girl raised her open hands to her shoulders. "I bring a message." I arched an eyebrow. "From your brother, ma'am," she said. "Stefan's drama was going to be the death of someone if he wasn't careful. Give it here." The girl kept one hand up and used the other to pull a small note from her tightly cuffed sleeve. The wax seal carried the Ferrous sigil and Stefan's personal mark. "Move more than an eyelash and I will slit your throat," I said. I opened the note. I could feel my annoyance rise like a fever. Stefan had taken it upon himself to hire me a helper, in case my inquiry stirred up any lingering sentimentality that prevented me from seeing to my duty. I told myself he meant well, but even after all these years it seems he did not trust me with Hakim. It was cowardice to hide these feelings behind his lap blanket and not to tell me this to my face before I left. "I should kill you for delivering the insult," I said, weighing her response. "Your name?" "Aviette." She kept her hands and voice even. She was young, not even an augmented finger. "And you took this assignment knowing the possible consequence of my irritation?" "Yes, my lady," she said. "I hoped if I pleased you there might be a more permanent position within your house." "I see." I turned my back to her and began walking out of the alley, giving her an opportunity to come at me if there was truly her intention. I could hear her exhaled breath on a raspy jangle as she brushed the coiled steel of whip at her side. Her footsteps followed. "Do we have a destination, milady?" "Church," I said, patting the chaplet in my pocket. "Keep up."